Hey, I'm Eric Keach. I'm with Brian Festa, another amazing client over at Melt Fitness, and he's here to share his story and his experience so that you can kind of learn and see everything that's going on there and see if this is the right place for you. So, Brian, I appreciate you coming on. Thanks for taking the time to do this.
Oh, no problem.
And what I want to do is I want everybody to kind of get a little background information as how you got to the point of deciding to go to Melt and kind of where you were at.
All right, well, it started when I had to go buy some new jeans, and because they were getting tight, my old ones, and the new ones were a size 44. And I said to my wife, I think it's time to make a change, because she'd been bugging me to go check out Melt. One of her friends had gone there and really liked it. So I went on their website, watched some of the videos, read up on Joe a little bit, and seemed like a good fit. So we went in for the orientation, and I've been going ever since. I'm going on my second year now.
Okay, so it's kind of like, all right, pants aren't fitting. Wife's telling me, it might be a good thing to try. How did that make you feel? You weren't fitting your pants. You had to get some new ones. What was going through your head?
Well, not good, because I had never, 42 before was the biggest pants I'd ever gotten, and then I started to notice, I can't get a 44 in most stores. Especially I needed 34 length, and they were just basically, I couldn't get them anywhere. And then when the term big and tall came up, I don't mind it for the tops, but when it came big for the bottoms, I was like, I don't think I could do that. So.
Okay, so that was just a trigger. You're like, all right, enough of this. I'm going to go and just do
Yep.
it. All right. So you went in. Tell me about your first trip in. What was going through your minds and like going in to work out for first session, the whole thing.
Oh, I remember like it was yesterday, because I was so nervous. I was like, I can't even do a push-up. I get winded just going up a few flights of stairs at work. So I was thinking, I'm like, oh God, they're just going to make fun of me, and everybody's going to laugh and stuff. And it was totally the opposite. The orientation, it was very welcoming. They didn't even have to say like none of that. Oh, this is a no judgment, Joe. You just knew it. It just felt everybody was real positive. And there was a class going on, and I just watched the class for a couple minutes while I was waiting, and everybody seemed to actually really be enjoying it, and it was I was getting really excited.
So it was kind of like a weight was lifted off your shoulders. That worry was gone.
Yep. The hardest part was just walking in the door. And then after just walking in and seeing the class in session and just watching how it was made me feel a lot better.
Kind of felt like maybe it's kind of comfortable in a way at home?
Very, yeah.
Okay.
Very comfortable. They make a very easygoing environment there.
Tell me a little bit more about that then, the atmosphere. Like you said, it's comfortable, it's easygoing. Tell me about kind of like how the place is, I guess moving along with other people training. What's the whole atmosphere like?
Well, it's once the class goes, it's high energy. The trainers, you could tell they care, because they go around. There's 20 people in the class, and they're talking. Every single person's name. Anybody's has their form wrong, or they're struggling with something, someone's like right there like that to come and help you. And that was really helpful, because in the beginning, everybody says it's always form over weight and form, and it's true. And once that they helped me do that, it made everything a lot better.
Gave you the confidence to know you could start doing things.
Yep.
Okay, and this is you, right? You've seen you, so it's not just you. Like it's different kind of people in there. Like it's kind of place that anybody can kind of really just fit in.
Yeah, you had it was all ages, all fitness levels. Because I was wondering, because that's one, like the fitness level thing was really making me nervous going in there.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think the best way to put it. It's one of those things where once you see it, and you can read about it, you hear everybody's results, but it's an amazing thing to see too.
Yeah, and then you like you said, you can see everybody else's results, but you're still maybe a little unsure until you actually get in, you experience it, and do it for yourself, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because whenever you're with a group of people too, it always makes things more difficult, especially when you're nervous. So,
what's the energy like through the workouts, through the programs?
People, you say high intensity and stuff, but it's not just that. It is high intensity. The energy is real high, but you feel like you're with a bunch of your friends, even though it's like your first or second day. Mm-hmm. All the trainers, Joe, Aaron, they knew my name right away, first class. Once they met me once, I can't think of a single time anybody's even had to ask me my name. That believe it or not, that was a big thing for me. Come on, Brian, one more time. Come on, you got this. Stuff like that, and it feels like it almost feels like one-on-one, but the people there, you're not worried about it. It's just fun.
So they make it just different than from like another place, right?
Yeah, you don't dread going in there. It's like I would love to go like 3 times a day if I could, because even though you're dead at the end, you feel good, you had a good time, and you want to get back and try more, even when you're real sore and stuff. You want to get back in there.
Kind of make you want to like hang out, like it's a place that's cool, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've made. I mean, me and my wife have definitely made new friends there, even too. Not just the trainers and the people that go there.
So there's a social side to it.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
Okay. Now tell me, because you're going with your wife, okay?
Yep.
So you guys have been going, obviously you're working back and forth, you're seeing each other, you're feeding off each other.
Yep.
In your case, tell me about the results that you've seen. You've been there for 2 years now, so tell me, where you were and where you are now.
Yeah, I'm on my second year now. No, I mean, I've lost 55 pounds.
Wow.
I've gone down 10 inches in my waist, so I'm actually now a size 34. I can wear any size jeans, not just like loose and relaxed fit anymore. I can wear slim jeans. I can wear straight. That's really nice. Going with my wife too has been great because she's my wife. Of course, she pushes me. And she makes me want to do better. So, no, it's just in the same thing. I look over if I'm struggling. She'll be struggling with something. We'll look, and we both know. If we're both struggling, so we know we can do it. It's a big help. Having a partner there makes a big difference too. But it's definitely not necessary.
Yeah, but even with that, like you said, you had the motivation from the trainers, the atmosphere, and everybody else there, just kind of pushing each other.
Yep. Yeah. You start to see the same people after a while. In the same time slots and stuff, and you become friendly competitive with them. Let's see if I could do more. Or you push each other. You just feed off each other.
Right. And then, so because you said when you first went in, you said you were really nervous and you weren't sure about even just doing the exercises or push-ups. How does it make you feel to know like you've just had all these changes, you've lost all this weight, pant sizes, everything? How does it make you feel?
Oh, I feel great. I mean, it's almost hard to quantify, how much of a difference it's made. But like today, I started golfing recently, and I'll tell you, just the stuff I don't even think I probably could have started doing it, let alone almost excel at it. With the stuff. I mean, everything they teach me there, it's weird because it pertains to everything, not just like picking stuff up, the way I sit. I mean, any sports. Even when I'm working around the house, there's things I notice that I changed my form up. I'm less fatigued. I'm less tired. I have more energy. Like I just went to New York to the auto show again, and I remember 3 years ago when I went, I was like, oh my God, I have to walk like a mile and a half. I'm like, somebody kill me. And now I'm like, all right, let's do it. I was like, let's jog it the whole way. I'm like, I'm ready to get there. So
that's awesome.
It's been a huge difference. My energy's up.
It's been like a life-altering, life-changing experience.
Oh, it has been because people are like, oh, did you diet? I'm like, no, I mean, I eat better, but it's a result of me, of what has happened to me, because, I've worked hard, I've enjoyed it, and I don't want to ruin it. Right. But, it's changed a lot of things.
Lifestyle,
yeah, definitely. It's not a diet. It's not I'm just going to, this thing for a little bit. It definitely has changed the way I look at stuff, I live, I eat, everything. I sleep better. I don't snore anymore. My feet don't hurt. My knees used to bother me. It's insane how much better I feel.
Complete 180-degree opposite from where you were.
Yeah, I mean, there's I have before and after pictures, and it's just like, it almost looks like I have a painful face. Like just any picture of me, like especially if I'm moving, it's just like I'm like you can tell I'm just kind of like struggling, and
right.
It's a lot better now.
Now, because you're going there with your wife, so I want to ask this question: How is this? Because you're both doing it. How have you guys felt? Has it made like the relationship better? You have more energy to do different things? Is things improved there too?
Yeah, because it's funny because I still am a really picky eater, but I'm a really picky eater. And one of the things that's been nice is it's opened me up, and especially my wife, to try new foods. It sounds weird, but we've actually had a lot of enjoyment doing that because normally it's not something I would do, and now because I want to stay healthier and stay fitter, I've tried a lot more stuff. Like, believe it or not, I never had broccoli till like 3 or 4 months ago. And stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I guess it's not so scary and bad. We've gone to new restaurants like sushi. I started like sushi was probably like the biggest thing I tried. And we go out every week now for sushi, and that's something that never, that's in some like a tradition or a habit or something we wouldn't have had. Something we enjoyed doing that we didn't have before, and it's become a regular. And part of it was because it was a healthy. Yeah. It's not healthy to eat.
And so that's in turn helped the relationship too, right? You're doing more things.
Oh,
So you get the physical side, right? You've got the relationship side. I could see the energy is there. You've got the. It's just changed everything.
Yeah, it's a night and day difference. It's funny because it'd come like 10 o'clock. I don't sleep much, but my wife always used to 9:30 roll around. She'd be like wiped out. Now 9:30, 10:30, 11. And she she just has more energy. She sleeps better because she's more comfortable. You know, it's yeah. I mean, it also makes it makes you less irritable. It's like weird, but everything just is better. You know I'm a lot less irritable because I sleep better and stuff like that. You know, so
Yeah.
working around the yard doesn't bother me anymore. You know, I don't avoid chores, so that makes things better. You know, we get more free time because of that. So there's a lot of little things, and they add up. It does make a big difference.
That's awesome. So I mean, people are going to see this. They're going to pick up automatically on your energy. You can just see how much happier you are. It's very very cool to see that. So there's going to be people who are in your position that are watching this right now. You know, it's thinking, going through the same thoughts that they were. I don't know if this is right. I don't. You know, what would you want to say to somebody who's maybe in that position where you were a few years ago?
The best thing I can tell, and I say this to people all the time, is don't be afraid. You know, you're going to enjoy it, and you just got to do it. Because if you don't do it, you're just going to keep putting it off and putting it off, and you'll be so happy. I mean, the first week, I mean, you're going to be so sore you can barely walk, but you always just want to get back there because you feel so much better. I mean, the endorphins, the activity, you know, it's just really exciting. It really is when you go do it.
Now, I want to shift gears. I want to talk a little bit more about, the trainers, Joe, and the other guys there. So I want you to kind of explain to me and tell me, maybe not so much as a trainer side, like, they know stuff. Obviously, they're good trainers. Tell me who they are as people.
Well, I'll start with Joe. I mean, so let's see. So I've known Joe for like a year and a half now. We've met outside of work a couple times. He actually lives around the corner from me. So, I've seen him in the center of town training. And, I just wave, and he'll be like, he'll like wave you down, and he'll be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And he genuinely cares. I mean, you never think Joe's faking it. It's just he always wants to know how you're doing, what you've been up to. He always knows your name. He never seems put out, talking to you or anything. It's I always say the caring part is first before the knowledge, because it's like going to Cheers. Everybody knows your name. I mean, the trainers, the other clients there. It's just you feel very welcome when you from the second you walk in the door. Hey Brian, hey Lindsay, how you guys doing? High fives, chest bump, something. It's just it's like you're going to see someone you've known for a long time. You never feel awkward, you never feel out of place. And that's something that can happen real easy when you're challenging yourself and doing things you haven't done before.
Right. And they
fear of failure is mortifying.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So they come off as not just the trainers to push you. They come off as genuine, I guess, real people that really care. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we have. So right now we have Joe, Aaron. I mean, they're all on the same level. You're never like, I got this person for a trainer today. This class is gonna be awful. The first thing you do is you walk in. You go stretch because you're just ready to go, because they make it enjoyable. And if they didn't, and if it wasn't a warm, welcoming place, you wouldn't want to be there. Right. I mean, because you're doing the thing that most people hate to do the most.
Right.
So
now give me a few words or phrases to kind of sum that up, or like words or phrases that describe the trainers, their personalities, and who they are.
Well, if I had to pick like 3 words, the first thing, like I said, they're caring and hospitable. They're very welcoming. They're extremely knowledgeable. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, you see the people in there, you see the results, and they're very high energy. You never feel like anybody was dragged to be there. Everybody likes to be there. Everybody, it's not a job to them. They're having a good time, and it makes it, like I said, every time. I mean, I keep saying enjoyable, but it really does make it an enjoyable experience.
Awesome. Now, last question I have for you. A little bit of a deeper question. So, you've gone life-changing experience, right? From where you were to where you are now is totally different. It's helped every aspect of your life. So if you only had, 30 seconds, you're never going to talk to Joe, you're never going to talk to Aaron, any of the other trainers. Last time you'd ever be able to talk to them, no text, no phone call, nothing. What would you want to say to them? I
mean, the first thing I want to thank them, because I'm doing things now that I never would have tried before. I'm going rock climbing with my friends this summer. I picked up golf. If you had said, hey Brian, you're going to start playing another sport, whether it was basketball, golf, I mean anything that I used to do, I would say, no, you're crazy. It's just I don't have the energy for it. And they gave me my life back. I'm able to do a lot more things that that I wasn't able to do before, that I can do now. And looking back on it, it's almost scary to see where I was health wise. 250 pounds is a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, definitely. So they just basically want to thank them for everything that they've done. Awesome. Awesome. Well, Brian, man, I appreciate you taking the time and coming in and sharing all the details of your experience. It's gonna be good for a lot of people to see this, and it's very motivational. So thank you again, man. I wish you the best of luck with everything you have going forward in the future.
Thanks. I'm glad to do it.